Hi everyone, my name is Gracie, and this video is part of a tutorial series for Maine Library's Innovation Lab and Maker Lab equipment. I'm going to be showing you guys how to use this Dremel 3D printer today. Before we get into how to use it, let's go over some basic safety rules. While the printer is on and moving, do not put your hands inside the machine or touch anything that may be hot, such as the bed or the hot end. After the machine has completed its print, wait a bit before touching any materials, as they and the bed may still be hot. Make sure you wear the correct protective gear while operating the machinery. With this machine, safety glasses are not required because it's enclosed, but we do have some if you would like them. Make sure you can locate the fire extinguisher and/or water in case of a fire. And finally, be aware of your surroundings. We don't want anyone to trip over wires, bump into anyone, or have some other accident. Now that we've gone over safety, let's take a look at the 3D printer and some of its features. This is the main housing of the printer. Inside, you will find the building plate, where your print will sit, the filament, which is what your print is made out of, and the hot end, which melts the filament so that it can move around and make your print. There's a touch panel on the outside of the printer where you can choose files to print, level the building plate, change the filament, and change various other settings. There's also a USB port right outside the touch panel. In order to print, you will need to have a model first. You can either design your own model, or you can find templates online. A few of the most popular free apps to either find or create a design are Thingiverse, Tinkercad, Ultimaker Cura, and 3D Printer OS. Our printers are connected to 3D Printer OS, and this is how we send our files to be printed. You could also use a USB to print, but you have to make sure that your file is in G-code format for it to print properly. For this demonstration, we will use a pre-created model from Thingiverse and use 3D Printer OS to fix it and send it to our 3D printer. In order to load your file to 3D Printer OS, you will have to go to cloud.3dprinteros.com and sign into your account. Once you do that, you will need to add your file by selecting My Files at the top of your screen and then Add Files to the top right of your screen. Select the file from your computer that you want to print, and once it is finished uploading, select Save and go to My Files. It should appear on your list of files, so now you can select Repair to make sure it is properly sized for your specific printer. Make sure your printer type is set to Dremel 3D45 Idea Builder, and each of the following boxes are checked. Then select Fix. Once that is complete, you will select Close, and you will be able to see your repaired file. You will want to go to Layout to make sure your model is properly placed on the building plate, sized, and oriented the way you would like. You will then select Save and Slice in the upper right corner of the screen. Here, you will adjust the settings of your printer. Again, make sure the printer type is set to Dremel 3D45 Idea Builder. The slicing profile is set to Standard PLA, and check the box to recenter your object before slicing. Sometimes, if it is a complicated print, you will also need supports, so you can check that if you need to. Our demonstration does need this box checked. You will also want to check the box at the very bottom that states Create G3Drem build file for Dremel. Once all of that is adjusted, you can select Slice on the bottom right. You will see your ready to print file right at the top of your list, and you can select Print A pop-up with your registered printers will appear, and you can select the one you want to print. Typically, a live stream of your printer will appear, and now you just have to wait for it to print. Remember, do not place your hands inside the printer while it is printing, and wait a bit before removing your model when it's complete, so that it can cool. And there you have your 3D printed model. To remove your model, you'll need this scraper to get under and around all of the edges of your model. Sometimes it can be really stuck on the plate, so be careful. When you are completely finished, remember to exit 3D Printer OS and wipe down the building plate with a paper towel and water. If you have any questions, you can contact me, Gracie, at the information below. Or you can look at the Dremel 3D printer manual through this website. Thanks for watching. Happy making!